Okay, so good day everyone. I will be discussing the fourth phase of design thinking process, which is the prototyping. Okay, again there are five iterative process of design thinking. First, we have empathize. Second, we have define. Third, we have ideate. Fourth, we have prototype. And lastly, we have test. Okay? So, the introduction of the to the prototype phase. Okay. So, the prototype mode, guys, is a crucial phase, no, in a design thinking process. Why? Because it allowing for the iterative generation of artifacts that help us to refine the ideas and address the user's needs. Okay? So in this approach, it is particularly beneficial because in exploring a broad questions, the user enjoy a competitive, like for example, uh, a user enjoyed in a competitive cooking, for example. So a prototyping facilitates early feedback and a rapid adjustment, ultimately leading to be a more user-centered final product. Okay? Okay. So, in these early stages of prototyping, ang focus dito is to create a low resolution muna. Meaning, it a simple prototypes muna that are fast and inexpensive to produce. So this can be things like a paper or sketches or a basic wireframes. Do you know what is wireframes? Yung mga UI, UX, okay? And mga rough models. So the goal is to quickly test and validate the ideas with a user and gather useful feedback without investing too much time or resources. Okay, for example, in a cooking app project, a cooking app project, you might start with a basic sketch, okay, of the app interface or the UI, okay? So, allowing the user to visualize the main features, no, and provide the feedback. Okay? So, ipa-check mo sa kanya kung, di ba, so what you did before, you have already your prototype, then you coordinated those stops there in at ating, if you, uh, Innovation Center office. So, there are OGTs, there are staff, you know, so I allowed you to go with them and ask for their feedback or insights about your prototype. So that's one thing, guys, no? Okay. So as you progress through the design process, both your prototype and the questions that you aim to answer become more refined na. Okay? So in the last stages, you may develop a higher fidelity of the prototypes and more detail on functionality. So for instance, you could create an interactive prototype of the cooking app, for example, that allows the user to experience cooking with both voice commands and visual commands, di ba? So at this stage, guys, you might ask user specific question like, do you enjoy cooking, for example? So with the voice command or voice commands, visual commands, I mean, the refined prototype enables you to gather more precise feedback and more informed decision about which features to include in your final product or a final prototype na or a final project, for example. Okay? So that's how we define our prototype. Next, prototyping is also essential in part of a design process because it transforms abstract ideas to tangible forms of that the users can interact with. Okay? So this makes us easier to test and refine our projects, and we will base also our concept, our refined concept, based on the real feedback. Okay. So, i-prototype can many forms, guys. So, depende kung ano yung nature ng project ninyo. So, for example, sa stage development, we have the gadget. Kung mag-design kayo ng new electronic device, so you might create a rough version of basic functionality. Of course, unahin muna natin yan. So, this allows the user to test or provide feedback. What are the core features of your gadget? Second form is wall of post-its. Are you familiar with post-its? Post-its like sticky notes, I think. So sa ating ginawa before, we use virtual post-it. So we use web app na framework like Lucidchart. So, meron tayo doong mga sticky notes, no? Virtual sticky notes. And you add your what is this? Your ideas. You put your insights inside of the personas, for example, di ba? So, suppose it for brainstorming session or planning processes, you might use the wall covered or in the post-it notes, for example. So each note, nagre-represent siya ng different idea. Kasi itong process na ito, guys, it's an idea at it's a tawag dito, it's iterative process. Okay? As I said, this approach, no, sa design thinking, it's iterative process. Okay? So again, mag-brainstorming ulit, tapos you might create some post-it, no? So cover in the post-it notes, like for example. So each note represents the idea, the features, or a task of the users that can move them around to see how the different elements interact. Okay? Okay. So, when designing the prototypes, guys, so it is best to prioritize the user can actively engage with. Okay? So while the storyboards can efficiently outline the scenarios, okay, and having a user role play within the physical environment that you are created, no, that can solicit or elicit stronger emotional responses and more detailed feedback. Okay? So this immerse approach, it helps. This immerse approach. This helps you better understand the user's reactions and needs. Okay, so focusing on the prototype, simple, inexpensive, and low resolution. Okay, so this allow you to quick test our ideas, learn from the feedback, and explore wide range of possibilities without investing too much time or resources. So the goal of this is to iterate rapidly and refine our concept based on the real users' interactions and insights. Okay? Okay. Okay, so also, prototypes are most successful when the people design teams, the users, and others can also experience, interact with them. Okay, so there are a great way to start with a conversation. So what you learn from there, the interaction with the prototype drives deeper empathy and shape successful solutions. Okay? Okay. So, before we proceed, I would like you to message on the chat box or message me later once you read all once you are done with viewing this video. So you can ask question through inbox in Canvas. Okay, so that's one, guys. If you have questions, just message in the Canvas. Okay, let's move to the importance of design or context of design thinking. The importance of prototyping in the context of design thinking. Okay, ayan. So, what the importance are, okay, for example, it, um, so let's enumerate what are the importance in prototyping in the design thinking concepts. Number one importance is validation of ideas. Okay, so what do we mean of this? So prototyping allows you to test and evaluate your concepts with the real users. Again, so yun sabi ko kanina, interact with the interact or ipa-test or validate with the real users before investing the significant time and resources into the development, di ba? Kasi kung gagawa ka lang diretso ng yung prototype mo, yung for example, ito magaling ako dito sa designing. So you are the expert of UX and UI designing, for example, sa web. Then hindi ka man lang nag-consult or nagpa-validate sa mga users or sa mga experts, for example. Okay? So, ang mga end users, for example. So, siguro, sometimes, pwede siyang, susundin yung gusto mo, pero hindi siyang satisfied si consumer o customer, di ba? Or si client, di ba? Ayun. So, this ensures that our ideas are viable, okay? And meet the user's needs, okay? Again, what are the end goals of design thinking? There are three. Before, I already discussed this on the first module. We have, kailangan yung idea natin is feasible. Number two, viable. And lastly, we have desirable. Okay, so kailangan those three end goals of design thinking are meet. Okay, na meet po. The second one, the importance of a prototyping in the design thinking process, design thinking concepts, is the user feedback. Again, by creating a tangible prototypes, you can gather direct feedback from the users about what works and what it doesn't. Okay, so this help you guys to refine your ideas and make the necessary adjustment based on the user's input. Number three, we have risk reduction. So for each prototyping, it helps helps identify the potential issues and challenging before they become costly problems, di ba? So isa yung kino-consider, no? So this reduces the risk of investing in a solution that may not work, no, as intended. 'Di ba? Okay. So next we have enhanced creativity. So the process of prototyping encourages creativity, okay, and experimentation. So it allows you to explore a wide range of possibilities that you have to think outside the box without the fear or a fear of failure. Of course, once we try trial error, no? So di posibleng magkamali, no? So, dapat we learn from it also. From that failure. Dapat ma-improve natin. Okay. Next, we have improving communication. So, it provides to serve, the prototype serves as a visual and interactive representation of our ideas. Okay. And they will help us, they help communicate our vision or more effectively to the stakeholders. Okay. Especially the team members, the users, and can foster better understanding and collaboration. Okay. Next, to ideate a problem solve. Okay. Itong stage na to, itong phrase na to, bali, ang prototyping, it helps to generate and refine ideas again by creating a tangible representation, okay? To communicate. So, our interaction with the users are often richer, no? When centered around a conversation piece. So, a prototype is an opportunity to have another undirected conversation with the users. Okay? So, to fail quickly and cheaply, meaning in committing as few resources as possible to each idea means less time and money invested up front. Okay? So to test the possibilities, staying low res allows you to pursue many different ideas, much committing a decision or direction to carry on, too early on. Okay. So to manage the solution building process, identifying a variable also encourages to break a large problem down into smaller and testable chunks. Okay. Okay, so let's move to test building. How to prototype. Number 1, start building. Okay. Okay. So start building. The best way to begin the prototype is to just dive in and start creating something. You don't need to have you don't have everything figured out from the start. So you have to gather some simple materials like post-it tape and found objects and begin assembling a basic representation of your idea. The act of a building, even if a rudimentary, that helps to visualize your concept and make it easier to refine and improve as you go along, no? And next, you have to don't spend too long on your one prototype lang, okay? So it is also important to avoid becoming too attached to any single prototype. So there's spending too much time on it, on the prototype, that can lead over investing on it, emotionally, materially, okay? Instead of focus on the iteration process and be willing to let go and move on, for the next version. Okay? So by quickly creating the testing and multiple prototypes, you can explore a wide range of possibilities to gather more diverse feedback. Okay? Okay, so next, ID a variable. Okay? So when creating a prototype, it is also essential to identify the specific variable or aspect you are testing, no? So each prototype should be designed to answer a particular question or test a specific hypothesis. So for instance, if you are designing a cooking app, again, you might create a prototype to test whether the users prefer the voice commands or a visual commands. Pero depende din doon sa um, user. Kasi kung voice command siya, ah, hindi siya masyadong makakita. So you can use visual command, voice commands. Kung visual commands, I think mga touchscreen lang yan eh. Or, ayan, touchscreen, no? So by creating clearly creating the variable, you can now focus your testing and gather targeted feedback. However, it is also important to remain open to other insights and understanding that may arise during the testing. Sometimes, the user responses to a prototype can reveal unexpected information. Di ba? O nga, no? Itong idea na to, no? So, mas maganda pala to. So, or highlight other ideas that need attention. Di ba? Huwag pag magpakamagaling. Kasi, hindi lahat ng aspect ay nasa iyo. Okay? Hindi lahat ng expertise nasa iyo. Kung magaling ka na programmer, magaling ka sa yung mayroon kang creativity, pero hindi naman match doon sa needs ng user, so wala din. You know? Kailangan din ng tawag dito. Yun nga. Asking for insights of the experts, the users, and so on. Okay? Next, build with the users in mind. Okay, so what do you hope to test with the with the user? Before creating a prototype, identify the specific aspect or features you want to test. For example, you are designing a cooking app. Okay, again, so which sort of behavior do you expect? Consider how you can expect the users to interact with your prototype. So, do you expect them to navigate through different screens, complete certain tasks, or provide a feedback on specific features? Okay, there are types of prototyping. Meron tayong 3D printing. Okay? Meaning creating a 3-dimensional model using the 3D printer to quickly bring ideas to life. We have sketches and diagrams. It's simply drawing or sketches that help us to visualize and share the initial concepts. Another wireframes. These are wireframes, guys. A digital layout or a blueprint often used for a website or a software or a mobile app, showing the structures and the functionality of the software. Okay? So if you have questions, guys, we are done with the module 6. Thank you and good day.